Hey, welcome to Connect Dave Disc Golf. Today, Connect Dave is taking on the gold tees at Raptor's Knoll, the number 19th ranked disc golf course in the world. Beautiful course, 3 tee pad options, the reds, the blues, and the farthest, which is the golds, which I'll be playing today. I'm excited to take it on. Come join me and let's have some fun. All right, here we are on hole 1 on the golds. We'll be playing the A position, 612 feet out of bounds right, and then up on the high side on the left there's out of bounds as well, so you want to get it up there as far as you can. I'm shooting my destroyer and got it up there pretty good, not crazy amount of distance, but it leaves me with about a 300 plus upshot with my star Firebird. Kind of let its early release slip out of my hand a bit and stayed in bounds, which was the plus of that shot. And doing an upshot here with my link. Trying to get it to give it a run. There we go, gave it a run. And now for a par for hole 1. If you've never seen Raptor's Knoll course before, it's an amazingly beautiful course. They have tons of volunteers who upkeep it, keep it in great shape. Hole 2, we're in the B position, dogleg right, it kind of curls around. There's a ditch out of bounds all along the right side. And my orc just turned it over, rolled it, and it landed in the center of the fairway. Pretty short, but it still leaves me with a chance to do a forehand upshot and curl it around. I'm using a Felon here, very overstable disc. And you can't really see it too well there, but it curled around there nicely and left me just outside the circle putt for a birdie. And we took the bird. Looks like it's almost snowing here, but there's all the cottonwood, I think, flying around here in early summer, late spring. Hole 3, it's in the up high raised position, 245 feet. I haven't had a lot of success choosing a disc and a lane to go, and I'm just trying a new strategy up the middle with my link, trying to draw it in, and lo and behold, that might be my new shot to go to on this hole. Curved it in there very nicely, closest I've ever been, which means I'll miss the putt. Negative thoughts. But I'll keep that tee shot in mind. Hole 4, it's in the longer A position, 269 feet. Small gap off the tee. You can choose that left gap is usually where I'm going with my backhand, shooting my Star Wraith. Crashed into the right side and kicked back out to a decent position. Got it up there. So just about circle's edge putt. Oh, 2 bands in a row. Gotta love it. So would you rather hit high on the band or miss low? I think usually people would rather miss high, but you'd rather make it. Number 5 is a par 5. It's in the A position, 825 feet. So it doglegs right up through another gap and then into a protected green on the left. I'm using my destroyer. Got it out there pretty good. It drops down to a lower level, where now I'll be shooting my Star Firebird, trying to draw it in left to right, and didn't quite hit my line. So now you can either try and penetrate right through there or go up and to the right. I tried a Tomahawk Felon, never thrown that, and decided to try it, and it probably wasn't a good disc choice. And now I'm shooting my Harp and overcut that as well, making a mess of this hole at the moment. So this would be for par. Man, my putting is flopping. happy. Come on.
All right. So bogey back to even, I believe, and now onto 6, which is one of the toughest tee shots. It's in the A position, 519 feet, par 4. You have to hit a perfect tee shot. It's going to dogleg left. I'm deciding to go with my tactic, which is overstable and it dives to the left. I was pretty happy with that. Left it a little short of the fairway on the left here, so I'm going to go with the forehand Annie shot with my felon. White sky, so you couldn't see where it landed. So now I got my link and I'm doing a roller, trying to roll it because there's no way to get near the basket otherwise. Hit that tree, but still left me just 15 feet away. And was able to grab a par there on the tough 6th hole. I'm sure that hole plays over par generally. Number 7, a par 3, 330 feet in the left-hand A position. The hazard in the middle. If you land it there, you play it where it lands, but you got a stroke. I'm shooting my Star Wraith. Turned it over just a tad. You'll see it coming back in the screen there. Pin high, but about 60 or 70 feet right of the basket. There's a tree in my way, so I'm doing a patent pending link shot.
Oh, yes! Just like I planned it.
Actually, I think the rule is you're supposed to act like you planned it without saying that, so people think you did it. But here's the famous eagle hole, number 8. It's up in the, I think it's in the A position. So it's about 280 feet.
Behind us there.
And I'm trying my premium plastic Magician. First time I've tried this disc. It's a fairway, overstable fairway disc. And landed it just 20 feet right of the basket. And snuck it in there for a bird. I might have found a new disc for this hole. The premium overstable Magician. So on to hole number 9, lost to the front 9. We're in the B position, 325 feet. I'm going to be shooting my Destroyer forehand. It's about, I can throw a hyzer about that distance, but I sawed it off a bit. Fortunate to get around that big tree in the middle.
A little too far right.
About a 45 footer. Oh, just off. Now I've done the band and the basket. So we got a par there. So we're sitting at -2.
First 9 in the books. Off to number 10.
Number 10 is a cool hole. It's in a new A position. A new green was just placed in there. We still have the triple Mando to deal with, and I decided to go with the Magician again. It did well on the eagle hole. Got it through the Mando, but didn't quite give enough ante, and it floated out there, and I'm in danger of going out of bounds.
Made it out too much at the end. Need to keep that a little lower.
Fortunately, I landed directly on the out of bounds line, so I took my meter and I'm going for a birdie putt. There was a big headwind, so I tried to ante it up there, left it short. Really cool green here that they've built up with rocks all over the place. Nice work.
Right, on to 11.
11, we're in the right B position, 530 feet. There's a hazard, wood chips in the middle. The right down the middle, you see that kind of ravine is out of bounds. The right is out of bounds, the left is out of bounds. Real important tee shot. Got my Destroyer flat out there. And it went left of the hazard and landed in bounds, which was a nice tee shot. About a 250 foot upshot with my harp. Just about 25 feet right of the basket. Had to go down to a knee to get underneath the low ceiling. And floated it over the basket. Good run. In for the par. After that tee shot, I was hoping for a better result. And on to hole number 12. It's in the, I think it's in the B position, 158 feet, severe dogleg right. So actually it's in the straight position. I apologize for that. Using my Star Firebird, floating it down there. Had a nice shot there, and I think it's going to be close. Yep, just about 5 feet away, and snagged a birdie. It's all about hitting that gap. On to 13, the second par 5 of the course. We're in the B, shorter position, 908 feet. This one, I haven't really figured out where I want to land this in the best position, but so I'm just trying to pipe it out there with my destroyer. There is a fairway that kind of goes up from the B tee pad that I'm trying to get in, but I don't think I made it.
So many trees up there.
It's a brilliant analysis by me. So I have to actually go down with the Wraith to forehand. And I got really lucky. Snuck through those trees and just on the right side of the fairway, short of the out of bounds.
Lucky, but I'll take it.
Now I'm going to use that same Wraith. Try and start it off about probably 300-ish feet. Got really lucky that there was actually 2 guys in the weeds.
Hit the 2 guys in front of us. Fortunately, they're going to find it.
They're already looking for their disc. They knew I was going to throw. They found my disc, placed it right where it was going out of bounds, and left me with this 40-ish foot putt for par. On my upshot, I took a way too risky line. Should have went down lower and just played it safe, but in the moment I went a little risky and took my second bogey back to -2.
That's too bad.
On to 14, the island green. I think we are in the A position, 238 feet. Jonas is videoing from behind in the catch cam, playing my harp out wide. Just caught the tree limbs and stayed in bounds. You can see the out of bounds line there on the left with the bricks, and we're going for bird. Not pretty, but it went in.
Made it by that much.
The B position's much easier on that island hole in my opinion. Number 15, this is the second, I would say the second most challenging tee shot. It's in the long 574 feet. You got to pipe this about 250, 275 feet. Trying to bend my link through there and just caught the foliage on the left, the tree limbs, knocked it down, which means I'm going to have to lay up with my harp. Was happy with that. Got it up there into the landing zone to attack for an up and in, hopefully. It's on that tall right-hand tree for straight ahead is where you want to go. Did not start my disc off far enough right,
Thought it off.
which will leave me with a very challenging par putt. Try to keep it low, but of course then you hit the basket. On this hole, 5 is not the worst thing. So we're on to 16. We're in the 418 foot. This is the hardest or longest par 3 on the course, 418 feet. Straight ahead, I'll be shooting a backhand Star Wraith. Trying to get it up there, hopefully 370 feet if I can. Pretty happy with that shot. Leaving myself about 50-ish feet short. Having to go into the patent pending shot again to reach out and maybe curve it in.
Oh! What?
That was fun. 2 shots in the same round. Backhand, patent pending throw-ins. Don't know if I'll ever do that again, but I'm glad it was on video. On to number 17. We're in the far B position, 714 feet. This is a real challenging birdie, even par hole. You have to go uphill as well. I'm shooting my Majesty, trying to get a little extra distance. Didn't quite get the angle too well, and it actually skipped right up to the red tee pad. And in fact, I'm in a pinched off position underneath some trees. So I'm going to pull out my Essence and going to try and get a roller up the fairway. Pulled it over a little too far, and you can see it rolling right into that next bush. So now I'm about halfway to the hole, over halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way there, and I'm going to use my Starfire bird to see if I can get up and in. I think I'm up there on the green. It's just a matter of if I'm have an open shot, and I have a pretty fairly open shot, and I was able to save my par. Staying at -3.
Scrambling.
All right, on to the last hole, 18, par 3. It's in the far A position, 324 feet, out of bounds all along the left side, which is the challenge. You kind of see the white stakes, and then there's a fence line up there. I'm going to go with my Star Firebird, testing it out wide, and then hopefully drawing it back in. And hit just short. I thought I was in the bunker, but I ended up just short, and I opened 15-20 footer. Snagged it. A nice catch by the basket to go to -4. Hey, thanks for joining me today on Canuck Dave, taking on the gold tees here at Raptors Knoll in Aldergrove, British Columbia. Had an awesome time. I think I ended up with a -6 round. Shout out to my Evolution Link Exo soft putter. For some reason this thing had a nose for the chains today, and had a lot of fun with it with a couple backhand throw-ins. Hey, if you would, please hit the subscribe button and follow us. We're going to continue to put out some good content, and love to have your ideas in the comments about what you'd like me to try next. Thanks a lot.